They are taking out one leader after another in Iran. And they do it quite publicly, celebrating each incident. What kind of reality is this where it's normalized to assassinate a new leader of another country every day and almost enjoy it?
Well, this is indeed the reality we live in, but we hope it's not normal. In any case, this is an abnormality that has and will continue to have serious consequences. It cannot remain without consequences.
You recently gave an interview regarding the NAC, Russian National Anti-Terrorism Committee anniversary, and you mentioned that we are opposed by Ukrainian intelligence services and their foreign puppet masters, who seem to have lost a sense of reality due to an imagined sense of impunity. Can we somehow bring them back to reality?
Of course, we can, within reason, naturally. We are constantly provoked into taking steps or actions. We see what is happening at the front in Ukraine, specifically on the line of contact. We see what is happening in our country. Everything that is happening in our country is directly related to what I mentioned concerning the actions of Ukrainian intelligence and their puppet masters, like the British, who literally influence many processes, manage, lead, finance, train, and provide targeted instructions. We're doing our work, yes, but when talking about a confrontation of an eye for an eye, it is a very professional issue in terms of obtaining the necessary amount of information and taking appropriate countermeasures. What are these measures? Well, they are specific. Let's put it that way. This is what guides our activities.
In that interview, you also mentioned that our opponent's level of technical equipment and intelligence has increased significantly. Are these puppet masters supplying all of it?
Well, of course, the Ukrainian intelligence service has a substantial base. It is a Soviet base, including the Committee of State Security. They all come from the same foundation. The level of professionalism is, of course, appropriate, but the assistance they receive, the guidance, and the scientific solutions or development provided to them, as well as targeted directions, are indeed connected to what you are talking about. They are consolidating their efforts regarding actions focused on our direction. They have no qualms about providing strike systems, reconnaissance systems, and situational tracking systems. This is all connected with the corporate activity of Western intelligence services, for example, the British and Americans, in the Ukrainian direction, something we encounter almost daily.
They are taking out one leader after another in Iran, and they do it quite publicly, celebrating each incident. What kind of reality is this where it's normalized to assassinate a new leader of another country every day and almost enjoy it?
Well, this is indeed the reality we live in, but we hope it's not normal. In any case, this is an abnormality that has and will continue to have serious consequences. It cannot remain without consequences. We see that Iran is defending itself, and it is defending itself quite actively. Unfortunately, we see that the conflict tends to expand its boundaries. As we know, at the start of this campaign, this aggression, it was about a desire to change the government in Tehran. But now it's clear that such actions only lead to greater unity among Iran people around their leadership. How the situation will further develop, I don't think anyone sensible would dare predict, but there's no doubt that nothing good is happening.
As for Europe's behavior, are they trying to blackmail US President Donald Trump now, suggesting they might help him if he, Trump, helps them further with Ukraine?
I don't think Europe is currently in a position to blackmail anyone. Right now, Ukraine is the one blackmailing everyone in Europe. Europe has found itself in a very difficult situation. Their primary concern now is no longer Ukraine, but how to pay for gas, petrol, and electricity. Europe is torn by contradictions. It is in a tough position. Europe still refuses to talk to us. Europe still wants the war to continue in Ukraine and doesn't know how to pay for it.
Is it true that we sent Europe packing with strong language?
No, none of us ever sends anyone packing with strong language. You know, there's a very wise saying from a wise diplomat. What is diplomacy? It is the ability to send someone to hell in such a way that they actually look forward to the trip.
That's something we once saw in your office.
Yes.